What's up, guys? Today we are going to be ranking every mode in Splatoon 3. Now, we are not going to be talking about Tricolor Turf War or Big Run or Extra Work because they are not happening right now. But I am going to rank every mode in Splatoon 3 out of 10. So, if you disagree, keep in mind, just an opinion. This is coming from someone who is a S rank player, so I play this game a lot. I'm not like great by any means. Just play this game consistently. So it's not like a casual side, but it's also not like a kind of super, comp player type perspective. Alright, so the first mode we're going to be talking about is the story mode. Now, there's so many different story modes just in Splatoon, but we're going to be specifically talking about this game's story mode. Now, I have not beaten story mode. I have beaten almost every level. I did beat Mr. Grizz. And here's my take on story mode in Splatoon games. It's overrated. Trust me, I love story mode. I play Octo expansion quite a bit still. It's the only thing I go on Splatoon 2 for. But can we stop pretending that the story mode is Splatoon? I see so many people when they talk about Splatoon, they're like, wow, the campaign. Like, this is not a story game. It's not a single player game. And there's like a good majority of friends that I have. I'm like, hey, you should check out Splatoon. And they just play the story mode. And I'm like, sure, it's cool, it's fine. But it's like, it's nothing like anything else in this game. So, it's a great story mode, if you're looking for Splatoon mechanics in like a campaign, it's fun. It's a more open world. Splatoon 3's campaign is open world. A lot of Nintendo series have been trying open world. Pokemon, Bowser's Fury for Mario. And I do feel like it's an okay take on that. I guess Bowser's Fury would be a good comparison, except it is quite a bit longer, and it's Splatoon mechanics, not Mario. But, it's good, just don't only play it. There are so many people who just play story mode, and you guys are just straight up NPCs. I'm sorry. But, like, if you want a story mode, it's good. Probably about, like, a 6 out of 10. Dude, why'd I go back to surface? Oh, yeah, never mind. Yeah. So, 6 out of 10 for story mode. Next mode is added in Splatoon 2 is Salmon Run. Now, I think Salmon Run is like a second thing, a second group of modes. Like, there are people who play like normal multiplayer, like they might do Turf War or Anarchy or Ranked or whatever you want to call it. And then as of recent, I've seen a lot of people who just are Salmon Run players, and that was not a thing in Splatoon 2. Back then, Salmon Run was only a limited time feature, so there weren't people who were like exclusively Salmon Run players. But, like, as of recent, I've seen, like, there are, like, competitive Salmon Run tournaments. It's, like, a whole separate game for some people. And, to tell you the truth, probably you could tell by me only being professional +2, I never loved Salmon Run. Like, I appreciate what it is. It's, like, a fair distraction from the other modes. But it's just weird, because it's very teammate dependent. When you're playing, and obviously, Splatoon, when your teammates are doing something wrong, there's probably something you're also doing wrong. Your teammates aren't the only reason you lose in this game, but in Salmon Run, it can ruin it for you. So if you're like on a good team of people, you're on like a Discord call, you're fairly active player, and you have, like, good friends to play with, or you have people you know. But, like, generally speaking, Salmon Run is, like, very difficult in solo queue. And it wasn't always, like, super difficult. I think they did raise the difficulty a lot, because if it was just Splatoon 2 Salmon Run, but you can throw eggs, understandably it would be a lot easier. But I do feel like there's, like, a gap between you and your teammates. Either you're a lot worse than them, or they're a lot worse than you. And the thing about that is it can be extremely frustrating, because you're either dying and you're like, why am I not contributing anything? Or you're carrying your teammates who don't do, like, basic things, like use their specials. And it's like, I don't know. I could never get into Salmon Run as much as ranked. But there are people who love Salmon Run, and I respect the hell out of that. I think Salmon Run is great. Oh, see, yeah. Like, Salmon Run is recently, like, I recall back in Splatoon 2, a lot of people just didn't, like, grind it. Like, there are people who, like, they liked Salmon Run, but nobody was a Salmon Run player until this game. And I feel like Salmon Run, like, came out for the second time. Because, you see, there are, like, content creators who are Salmon Run YouTubers. And it's, like, it's weird. But, like, I respect Salmon Run for what it is. And I think I've had legitimate fun with it. I think that Big Run and Extra Work can be better than Splatfest sometimes. Like, genuinely. I love Big Run. I also like Extra Work too. But I'm more Big Run. That's more my thing, but both modes are extremely fun. I think that is another big part of why Salmon Run is way better in this game, is those extra modes were not a thing, right? So Salmon Run, sure, you could get a special wave occasionally, which they added a few more of those in this game too. But it was kind of the same thing every time, which was okay, because most people kind of just grinded the super bonuses and then didn't play it anymore. Because that's really all Salmon Run was, because it was limited time. And I don't know. As much as I loved Splatoon 2, Salmon Run was just handled so poorly. Like, there's so many better ways they could have done what they did. Let's see. You could tell, like, from this gameplay, I'm not some Salmon Run god. I think this is a game mode that you're either a ranked guy or a Salmon Run guy, and I'm certainly more of a ranked guy. I'm not perfect at either, but as you can tell, I'm not getting that many W's here. And a lot of the time, like, these backline bosses just piss me off. I also think it's dumb why you can't have Stingray. Like, they should have just gotten rid of the Stinger boss. They should have just gotten rid of it, because it's just kind of dumb, because you can't have Stingray. And obviously, I don't want them to add Stingray back to the normal game. Trust me, Stingray was one of my least favorite Splatoon 2 specials, because if you were, like, back then, if you were, like, a backline, you were, like, let's say you were, like, I don't know, you were V Sniper, and, like, nobody, if, on certain maps, people just couldn't touch you, and you get a Stingray, and you could, like, use it from, like, right outside your base. I think they patched that at some point, but I think there was a period of time where you could, like, you could jump back to spawn, and then use your Stingray, which was, like, so cheap. Like, at least Crab Tank, as much as Crab Tank has some similar issues, Crab Tank isn't no skill. There is so much, like, the top Splash players are very skilled, right? It's not like It's not like Splash-O-Matic is some like cheap, you always win weapon, but and that's why I see always a lot of people complaining about the balance of this game, and I'm like, dude, I swear these people have never played 2018, 2019 Splatoon 2. It was brutal, dude. And oh my god, yeah. Anyway, I actually won that game. Um, Overall, I think I have to give Salmon Run a 7.5 out of 10. Like, it's fun. It's fun. Like, it's cool. I never like play it as much as the normal modes in this game, but it's fine. Whatever. Mm. Almost professional +3. I was hoping I hit that in during the video, but wait, what the heck? That jacket is kind of drippy. Yo, no. Salmon Run is a 8 just for that jacket alone. I'm just kidding. Anyway, back to the modes in this game. The next mode, which I can't actually show here because my friends are not available at the moment, is Private Battle. Private Battle is what I did in Splatoon 2. Back then, a lot of my IRL friends did play this game, and we kind of just did private battles, especially when they added the Splatfest colors and all the shifty stations. We had a lot of fun with that. And I love that, but it was just, I didn't really like it that much because I wanted to get levels, but all my friends wanted to do private battle, and I didn't have league battle unlocked, so they didn't just want to play turf war all the time. And Salmon Run was never on. You can tell why I have more fun with this game than Splatoon 2. But it's something to try. I really like doing custom games with my Discord server, link in the description. Very fun thing to do. Private Battle, it's great for what it is. It could use a lot more features. Like, we do need more settings, I think, than just getting rid of secondary gear abilities. But overall, it is a 8 out of 10 just for what it is. Next is the new mode added in this game, Table Turf Battle. So let me just go to the lobby for that. One thing that this is just a minor complaint, but why the hell is there no, like, way to teleport to the table turf room? I know that my lazy ass can just walk over here, but it would be really nice to have that, not gonna lie. Anyway, Table Turf Battle is kind of like Tetris, I guess. It's a very weird thing. I've made a deck here, I believe. Let's fight. Level 2 Baby Jelly. So it's a very different game mode. It's like trading card. I'm gonna redraw here. Okay. So it's a trading card game with the characters, specials, weapons, and everything. So this is a game which I actually wanted to do commentary to back when I was considering switching over Splatoon content, which I did end up doing. One of the things I wanted to do was I wanted to do like table turf as like gameplay, and I actually ended up not doing that because table turf is really boring to watch. Like, it's not like gameplay that's like specifically exciting. Like, if I'm listening to someone talking and this, it's just boring. Like, I don't know. There's just not that much to it. But I think, like, if you plan out a deck and you, like, really, really try to add, like, a competitive aspect to this, I think it would be really fun. And I do like that they made it you can actually play with friends. Kind of sucks it took them so long to do that. But, like, that's, like, a rare table turf W is, that kind of... It's something chill to play with friends, but I know that it's like the new mode in this game, but the amount of times that my old friends are like, "Hey, wait, hold on. I'll join you on ranked later. Let's play some table. Can we play some table turf for a change?" I'm just like, bro, I'm not today. I, you know who you are. You're always on table turf. Um, and it's like it's a fun game though. This is not something I could see playing. I think very it's not overrated because I don't think anyone really loves this mode. Um I guess a better term would be just like kind of mid. Like there's just not that much to it. And I mean I think there's ways you could make it more interesting. Maybe have like some gimmicks. Think of like what was that one? Pushmo. Like it was like very simple gameplay, but there was like a bunch of things that you could do that would like make it less simple, you know? Like I remember Pushmo. And all those like party games or puzzle games on 3DS. Really like those. Um then I'm sure what you guys have been waiting for, the last two modes here are we're gonna start with Turf 4. Oh yeah, Table Turf 5 out of 10. Turf 4. This is a game mode that I loved. This was Splatoon for the longest time. Just playing Turf 4 with friends. And it is a great casual mode. It teaches you the fundamentals of this game in a very easy to understand way. It's great for like just something chill. The games are only 3 minutes long. There's no pressure to just run a silly weapon and just have fun with it. I really love that part of Turf War. I think it's the casual mode. Obviously, table turf. Table turf, you know, it's table turf, but like nothing beats just like coming home from school or work and just playing like just painting the floor with a fucking aerospray. But there are so many issues with Turf War. So many issues with Turf War. For one, the matchmaking just kind of sucks. You can get people in S rank who are like good. You can also get people who are little Timmies with like an aerospray and they're C plus. You can get people who are absolute gods, all in the same lobby. And I just don't think that's like how a game should be. I don't think matchmaking in any game should be that diverse. And and then another issue is just how mindless it all is. This is something that I doubt people care about, but when I play Turf War, I kind of have the same feeling of like playing a crappy mobile game. Did not have this issue before, but it's like, why just paint the floor when I can like actively play a game that requires actual teamwork? And a lot of the time, if like your teammates aren't able to pick up on something like, hey, there's an aerospray in our base, just painting our entire base. And if you're someone who can't actively go and kill that aerospray, or you just can't fucking chase them down because they're running a bunch of swim speed, you lose. And that's not something that could happen in a ranked mode. Even if, like, let's say there's like a brush who like throws a power clam, or like a sploosh with all swim speed just like rushes check and rainmaker. Those are very easy to counter strategies, but and that's true in Turf War. But just the fact that not all strategies can be countered in the 10 seconds that actually matter in this game. And it's just very frustrating with a bad team of players. And another thing, so many weapons just aren't viable. Clash Blaster, any blaster in Turf War sucks. Any any sniper in Turf War sucks as long as it's not ZNF or GooTuber. Anything that can't paint to like a slow shooter range at least just kind of sucks. And like you can't do anything about it. You just have someone who's like half throwing. Your games can be decided like as soon as you start playing because you just have a shitty comp. And like look at it. I may lose this game because this roller. Like dude, like genuinely it's just a very very frustrating game mode. It can work as a casual game mode, but Turf War is the only reason I don't like Splatfest as much as I used to. Turf War is the reason that the casual and comp player base is so divided. But for what it made Splatoon into being, it's at least a 6 out of 10 because of that. And sure you've also all been waiting for is ranked. So let's get right to that. So I don't actually have any friends to do private battles with to actually like show off all the modes. And this video is already getting quite long. So I'm gonna do some recon here. And while I'm getting to the recon booth, I guess I should start talking about why ranked, or how I think of ranked genuinely. When I first played ranked, I thought it sucked. I was like, these game modes are so complicated, you know, I would just rather play something simple and chill, rather just, you know, just paint the floor or play something chill, you know? But as I kind of got better as a player, I start playing Turf War less and less. For one reason or another, it's just not what I like to play anymore. So let's see why ranked is the way it is. And I'm gonna rank them all separately. So first of all, let's do Hagglefish on this one. Don't know why I picked Hagglefish. It was kind of just the first map. Anyway, so Splat Zones. Oh my god, voice crack there. Splat Zones. Splat Zones is the most simple ranked mode. You paint a zone in the middle of the map. But it really isn't that simple. Unlike Turf War, which is as simple as it looks, Splat Zones is not. Because you're actively trying to push the people back into their base. You're trying to get them out of the area and work on kills and punishing them. You want to take space away from the other team so they can have a harder time getting the zone here. Very great, very simplistic game mode. I think it's the easiest ranked mode to just run in and play. It can be very upsetting if you have lower paint, but it's still like a solid game. Next is Tower Control. Oh yeah, Zones is a 7 out of 10. Alright, here we go. Tower Control, kind of like a King of the Hill, I guess is the beginner way to explain it. Tower Control, you go to the center tower here. You go and paint. No, you're on tower. And when you're on tower, what are you gonna do? Throw bombs? Not much. That's the really upsetting part, is if you're on tower and nobody else rides tower, you're kind of stuck. I mean, sure, you can use your special, but somebody would have probably killed me right by now. I like the objective being a bit more back and forth, but you can't really win in overtime. So whoever was winning by like a checkpoint or two lead kind of just wins the game mode. So that's an issue with it, but it is better than Zones, 7.5. Next is the first great game mode. I was never too good on Rainmaker. It was one mode that I was, like, okay with playing. But I was like, okay. Now the goal of Rainmaker here is to go in, you know, and you're supposed to grab the Rainmaker in the center of the map. So I forgot this is Wahoo World, so I gotta go around here. The Rainmaker in the center map is you have to break this bubble, which the mistake is this. My good opinion of Rainmaker here is it's a very fun, easy to learn, hard to master. When do you reset the Rainmaker? When do I go for the checkpoint? Do I aggro the Rainmaker or do I wait for my teammates to support? It's a very fun game mode because it's kill after kill after kill. And if it's, you don't even have to stay. If you're losing really terribly, they just get the goal and you win. Like, it's very nice and easy because if I was losing that, it would be over and I didn't have to get destroyed. But if it was back and forth, it's very fun because you're both trading the objective and all that. This mode I hated. I hated Clan Blitz. Oh yeah, Rainmaker, 8.5 out of 10. I hated Clan Blitz. I thought Clan Blitz was the worst game mode ever. And I hated Clan Blitz. Like a lot of casual players do. But this might just be perfection. Clan Blitz has you grabbing these clams, right? Meaning while Rainmaker, zones, and tower control, and all objectives have you going in one place, you can just go anywhere. There's so many different routes that you can take advantage of. And see, it's so fun having a proper team, making perfect super jumps to get Clan Blitz, to get power clams, making perfect plays. It's just so fun to pull off. It is very upsetting in solo queue, I do understand that. But Clan Blitz is peak Splatoon in a competitive level at least. Clan Blitz is just so fun, so underrated. Great mode. Just give it a chance with like a proper team, with callouts and everyone has a somewhat equal skill level. It's amazing. Clan Blitz is great. Super underrated game mode. I love Clan Blitz. Yeah. 9 out of 10. Anyway, so that was it with this video. It's not going to be edited too much. I just kind of want to have a chill video. I'm trying to upload a bit. Trying to see if I can make a Splatfest video out. See if my editor is all good with it. Hopefully we can get that running. I really hope. Because we both picked Team Wisdom. Team Wisdom, we about to get the dub. For real. We both better be on and, play a bit. But I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you all for watching this far. I'm sure you didn't. But have a good one, I guess. Don't know what else to say. Alright, see ya.